Okay, I linked the problem. 682 baseball game. You're now a baseball game point recorder. It's called runs. They runs, not points. Given a string, given a list of strings, each string can be one of the four following types: integer, plus, D, or C, and they do directly represent the number of runs you get this inning. Man, this person have not played baseball, but like all the terminology is wrong. It's just sorry, it's a little triggering, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But okay, if you get a number, it's the number of runs you get this inning. You get a plus, it's the number of runs you get this inning, and the last two innings points. What? This is like a bowling thing, yeah. And it is not baseball. Why do you call it baseball if you're gonna just name it some other game? Like I don't know who wrote this. Just not okay. Well, like you call it Larry ball or something. Why are you calling it baseball? I think that's actually one of my pet peeves when it comes to interviews. Is that and this is something that I used to tell my colleagues is that try not. I mean, if you're going to use something that's has relation to real life, make sure it is like especially if it comes to like modeling a game or something like that. Make sure that it is like very close to what it should be. Like maybe some simplifying things, but the problem is that people already have like a mental model of games and like for example like chess or something where like people already have good mental models around those. So like if you change some of those up, people might still have like assumptions that led them the wrong way just because they know about the game and stuff like that. I think one example that I used to say is like I think someone used to do like a battleship interview problem, and I used to be not a fan of it just because it wasn't actually battleship. Like there's huge modification that makes it like really weird, and then like, and I've seen people try to answer that problem, but they go off doing it the wrong way only because they assume it is actually the real battleship game. So so anyway, I don't know. So I try to avoid kind of those kind of problems. You make it abstract if you need to, but like if you kind of correlate something with real life, you will confuse people who actually has experience with them. So that's what. Anyway, that's my kind of rant. It's an easy problem, so I'm just gonna rant a little bit. But okay, it seems relatively straightforward. There's just like a lot of operations, and then you kind of uh, calculate it. And then there's a couple of examples. I didn't actually read it, so let me. Well, I read it, but I didn't really analyze it. But I think you just kind of do things directly, right? And then just kind of keep track of stuff and maybe put in a stack if you need to kind of go back on things. But I think that's okay. Okay, plus is the sum of the last two. Okay. All right, let's look at an example. 5, okay. 2, the sum is 7. Rank 2 is routed divides 5, okay. So, wait, which one is C, the last routed point? So that is like a stack thing, right? You you round 3, what's round 3? Round 3 is D. Oh, they call it operation 1, that's why. It's, the only thing that's related to baseball is the baseball in the title. That's why it's a little. It's not that confusing actually because I gave up on thinking it's baseball, but it's a little weird. Okay. Double that of the last routed points represents the last routed rounds points you get in routed and should be removed. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think yeah. Actually, spoilers. You got ahead of me, but I mean it's fine. Yeah, like I said, or like you said in this case, it's just a simple problem of stack. So yeah, and you pop things off depending on the operations and remove them, and then add them together, and then the sum at the end you just kind of sum up the stack maybe or something like that. Yeah, okay. I think that's mostly yeah. So I think I'm just going to code that up. I think there's not anything I need to kind of let me know if I need to explain certain parts more. But okay. Mm, okay, squad S. I guess I could use a for each loop. Yeah. That one doesn't Python. I feel like I done too many things in C++ today. Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay. Oh, let's see. You think there's 30,000 and there's 1,000, so that's what, 30 million? Okay, so that it won't overflow int. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Okay. Man, also I should get a little bit better on C++ stuff, but okay. Switch, because I'm gonna use some C stuff for, but that's it. Okay. Here's what. Oh, these are actually strings, so I can. I'm doing this a little weird. Okay, fine. Okay. Actually, I guess I could just do this. Okay, never mind. So we have KC. We move to the last routed points. Okay. So okay, let's just go to route it then. With pop. Okay, so D double. Okay. Man, I forget. I'm just googling C++ stack. Maybe I should use Python. I gotta be better about it actually, but it's a top. Okay. Times 2, right? Double. Okay. And then plus, it's just pop twice. Oh man. Maybe that's correct. Just for in terms of operators. Maybe that's better. All the string assumed to be routed, so I have to check. Maybe I should check anyway, but these are questions that I would ask if I was, I guess, in an interview. I'll be like, oh, do I need to check for these? And then let them decide whether I should or not. What's the plus? Oh, you merge the rounds. And then otherwise we assume it's an integer, so oh, and you just push it, right? Oop. Bird. Did I do it a little weird? What did I do wrong? I don't understand the problem. So, okay. I just see if this is it. Or, well, let's see if the input is correct first. Okay. I feel like I've done that before where the test case is a little weird. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, the double doesn't, okay. The double doesn't pop it. Okay. That's interesting. Would not have expected that. Would you? I don't know. I guess it's as arbitrary as anything else. Round 4, what's round 4? Why is the sum 30 if it's 15? You also don't pop these. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's such a weird-ish thing, but I guess we have to push them back in order. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah. It's just I don't know. I guess I'm used to other forms or whatever. I mean, it's just a really weird form. I think uh, uh, it's funny because I was just ranting about your previous assumptions, and I think I brought that to the code as well. 21, 23. Yeah, you're right. I think for me, I left it in there. Definitely, I considered it. I think I just left it there so that it's for clarity more than anything. Because you kind of have like a bit of a symmetry thing. I think for sure you're right in that like this is a no op. I just wanted to like for me sometimes the code like it describes the story you're telling, and that's kind of it's clearer to me, even though I know that I'm paying a little penalty thing. I think like in theory, if I were to rewrite this later, I would like maybe add a comment and a comment it out or something like that, just to be like, hey, this is what we're doing, and that's why this is a no op and so forth. But I think I do this to be more clearer, even though like I know that this is a no op. Well, let's just submit it first. Hey, Juice Ion, Juice Ion. I'll enter that in a second. Let me finish this form, which I think is soon anyway. Uh, yeah, let's just submit it. I guess I should test NT away. And I assume that the inputs are right. Okay, well, that's fine then. I'm lazy, so I'm not going to get into that much. Yeah, let me go over this form in a second, which is, yeah, so I think, so thanks for a cool guy and note two again. I think the thing that jumped at me, I mean, it was an easy form, so, you know, bear with me if you already know the answer, know how to solve problems like this. But I think when you have to look at what you've already done, I think stack is the first thing that goes in my mind. I think I kind of really briefly mentioned it without even looking at the problem. But yeah, so and once you know that it's stacked, and each operation just do it specifically. Um, I think I think even though I went on that rant about your assumptions, and I think I similarly had issues with this, and I didn't go for the example, but once I go for the example, it's way clear how to fix it because I was popping things all over the place. Um, but but it's not a major deal. It's just sometimes you bring your assumptions to like because this is very common in like different type of different type of problems where you push and you pop and all this stuff. And in theory, I don't know if there's a. I think if we implement our own stack, because I kind of used the STL stack, but if I implement my own stack, then I could peek twice if you like use an array or something like that. So that would have been then I don't even need to pop on this. In fact, the C is the only thing you need to pop. It turns out, but I think for whatever reason, read these things in that I always needed to pop because it's an operation, and in general, if you deal with operation E problem, or like like you have an expression and you're trying to parse it, very often you pop and then you push back like the result of your operations, and that's kind of what I guess I did without even really thinking about it. But that's fine. I don't think it's a big deal. And as I said, there's some like optimizations we could have made. Like this is a no out, but I trade that just for readability and debuggability in case I have something that goes wrong. I just have to make sure that you know, it's a stack, so make sure I did y, x y y x, so it's last in first hour, first in last hour, something like that. But overall, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think this is a very standard. I mean, this type of problem is very standard, and interviews is definitely something that I would recommend. Just looking into and get better. I mean, it's I if you're familiar with Stack, everything is just kind of they usually give you the exact implementation detail on how to do it. So you just have to kind of parse them out in a better way. In terms of code clean as a postmortem, I could probably clean up a little bit. Like I could put these out to different functions and stuff like that. But I didn't need to. So I mean, in an interview, that's what I would those are the things that I would talk about in during the coding. I would just kind of focus on getting it right, and that's something that I would bring up early on. But after that, I would, if I have time, I could go back and clean it, or I would just mention the improvements that I would make if I had time to clean it and so forth. Depending on your interviewer, you might, some people are more like they want to see you do the refactoring. Me personally, like if you just tell me what you were going to do, like, and your problem is what, like if you solve the problem mostly, like it's easy to refactor once you got it right the first time. So as long as you have the idea on how to improve your code, I don't need to necessarily see it. Depends on how much time you have, I guess. Um, yeah, I mean, it's still easy problems. I'm not going to spend too much time here. How long did I spend? 15 minutes. I don't know. And a lot of that was just me ranting, so maybe that's an okay